So guys, I want to make a video about Bob Arum and Al Haymon. Are these two promoters going to be able to work together to make these big fights? We know that in America, yes, there's Eddie Hearn and DAZN, but it feels like those guys are willing to work with anybody to make fights. But the two big promotional companies in America are definitely Top Rank, ESPN, and Showtime, PBC with Al Haymon, because Al Haymon's got a lot of fighters, and there's a lot of super fights that could be made amongst those two networks and promoters. And are those two promoters going to work together in order to make the big fights? Now, obviously, there's one super fight, between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, which has obviously been talked a lot about. The fans really want to see the fight. These two promoters will have to work together to make the fight. A lot of people have dismissed the chances of the fight happening. They're saying, well, the difference between Pacquiao and Mayweather was, a lot of people keep talking about Pacquiao-Mayweather. Well, if Pacquiao-Mayweather could get made, then of course Spence and Crawford will get made. The difference is that Pacquiao-Mayweather, there was a lot of money on the table. There was that fight was going to feed a lot of people. The Spence-Crawford fight hasn't got anywhere near the kind of money that fight had. These two are nowhere near the names that those two guys are. They are nowhere near. This is, in my opinion, I don't even know where if a $30-40 million fight. That was a $400, $500 million fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather. Mayweather made what, $250, and Pacquiao made what, $150. That's like $400-500 million, right? So I don't think the Spence and Crawford fight's that big, unless it gets to a stage where the fight becomes financially so lucrative. That's the only way that fight's going to happen. But both those guys are near, like, I think Crawford's older than 30, and Spence must be in around 30, right? So how big can that fight get? When are we going to get that fight? What, in 4 or 5 years to let it grow? But are the fans going to be patient enough to wait 4 or 5 years for a fight like that? I think they'll just get off it, because Mayweather-Pacquiao was such big names, people could wait. And when the eventually fight did happen, it was so big. Crawford and Spence don't have that same kind of appeal. And there's not just that fight that those, that the public want to see, but there's Fury-Wilder, obviously a huge rematch now. We know that Fury signed with ESPN and Top Rank with a co-promotional deal with Frank Warren and BT. And Wilder's obviously, turned down a deal with DAZN, and now he's still with Showtime and Al Haymon. So is Al Haymon and Bob Arum finally going to settle their feud and come together and work together? Because there's a lot of fights. Even Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko, that's another one. I know Mikey Garcia, I think he's advised by Al Haymon. I know he works with Richard Schaefer, but is he advised by Al Haymon? I think he does. I think he works on a fight-to-fight deal with them. So even that, you'd need Al Haymon and Bob Arum to work together. However, I think Mikey Garcia is like I said, he hasn't got a promotional deal with anyone, so I think he could work things out with Bob Arum himself. But even that's not going to be easy, because Mikey Garcia and Bob Arum don't really see eye to eye. I think Mikey Garcia and Bob Arum had a court case for quite a while. So he had a promotional dispute with Bob Arum. So that's not going to be easy to make. I just think these two promoters will have to come together, in order to make these big fights, because the fans want to see it right now. And Bob Arum has said that he's going to reach out if Terence Crawford is successful against Amir Khan to Al Haymon. But let's see if Al Haymon responds. Let's see if they can actually put things together. Obviously, Terence Crawford's got a big fight and a hard fight against Amir Khan, which there's no guarantee he's going to win. So I do think these guys have to start working together and to give us the big fights, the big, world, the fights that the world wants to see. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think these two promoters are going to finally start working together? Or do you think that these super fights are not going to be made? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.